With Maggie and Roseanne, disappointed United fans 0-0 today. What went wrong for us?
Disappointed with the season. It's all been rubbish. They can't score a goal. They don't pass the ball quick enough. They don't move quick enough.
Where do you think that comes from?
The manager.
Really?
Yeah, really.
So you're not happy with the manager?
Not at all. Not at all. I wish they'd get rid of him. It's really disappointing. You pay all your money to come and watch that.
Did you have higher expectations for the manager when he arrived at the club?
No, I didn't want him in the first place.
Is it because of the style?
I just don't like his style. No, he's not a United manager, no.
Do you agree with that?
I do, and I think he shows us up and lets us down in the media. It makes you crawl.
Do you think our team is actually better than what we're seeing?
I do. I think they could play better.
Yeah, they could.
Yes, they could. But it just doesn't seem to pick the team right somehow. Why did he leave Martial on tonight while he was injured? It was quite obvious the man was struggling, but he left him on.
The one that was playing well, Matter, he took off.
It was an odd decision to take Matter off, wasn't it? A lot of creativity.
So, yeah, it does. It all comes through Matter. There was nobody else.
My man of the match was Lindelof.
And it looks like he's injured now as well.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Typical Lockheed, isn't it? Few games coming up now. How are you feeling going towards? Do you think the manager's going to survive here?
I think he's going to see it out to the end of the season at least. But
who would we get? This is the point. Who would we get?
Is that a reason to hold on to somebody?
I know.
No, bring Ryan Giggs in.
Dane, 0-0 today. What's your thoughts on that?
I thought it was a terrible performance. I just think, like the guys before have said, the old club needs a shakedown from top to bottom, from board level, through to the manager, through to the players. In terms of on the pitch, I think Mourinho's got a lot to answer for. People say we've got all the players fit, but he spent 400 million on an absolute dross, basically. You got a 60 mil Fred on the bench, can't get off the bench. You've got the tempo so slow. Every team's getting every man behind the ball, and then we've got no creativity at all to open these teams up. And that's after spending the money that he's spent here. It's an absolute disgrace what he's doing here. Absolute disgrace. I'm absolutely sick of travelling up here to watch this at the minute. 400 million he spent on this. 400
So there's talk that he will be given money in January. Would you do that?
I won't give him a bloody penny after the crap he's bought. I'd give him his P45 and get someone else in to spend the money. Build a proper team, but it needs to start from the top. They need a director of football or someone who actually knows what they're doing above him, and then distribute the money to the manager as they see fit in collaboration with the manager. At the minute, they gave Mourinho a free rein and he spent money on all sorts. Victor Lindelof, 30 million. All right, he had a good game today, but overall, has he been a success? No. Could have got Harry Maguire or somebody like that. He's much better than Victor Lindelof, in my opinion. You know, there's better players in the Premier League than spending tens of millions of pounds abroad. Why do United have to go marquee all the time so they can do a silly video before the game? Why is marquee signings all the time? Where's Ben Chilwell? You know, another good player. Why are teams like Leicester picking these players up? When are United going to start picking up good young talent again and bringing them through and building a side? Because at the minute, it's atrocious. Absolutely atrocious.
0-0 today. Obviously, the result, not good enough, but what did you make of the performance?
I just thought it was crap. There's no creativity, no pace, no passing, nothing.
Where does that come from? Do you think it's the players aren't good enough, the manager's not being good enough? Is it a mixture of what is the problem?
I think it's the manager. I think it's his tactics. I don't think they're following the manager's instructions. I reckon if we had a different manager like Zidane, they'd play completely different. You see Rashford and Lingard playing well for England, but they're not doing it for us.
Is that a concern that we see some of our players going to play with their international teams and looking like they're enjoying their football and playing well, and then they come back here and we just see like polar opposites?
Do you see like they're depressed there playing? You don't seem no passion or nothing. Not even chasing the ball. The space that they had was unbelievable. We sat off Palace so easily as well. It was almost like we were the team in the bottom half of the table, away from home, defending, and it was real strange. It was like that against Everton. We started off with the possession, first 10 minutes, and then it was like that second half as well, weren't it? They're just not marking, they're not pressing, and when we've got the ball, we're not creating nothing. They've only got Pogba that can create something in the midfield, and they've got no width. So if you're not playing the wingers 4-4-2, you play 4-3-3, you want a playmaker. It's all breaking down. There's nothing there.
Surprised to see Lingard and Mata go off.
Yeah, it was actually, yeah. Especially when you only put Rashford on, yeah? And why put Fellaini on? It's apart from heading it, we can't do shit, can it?
0-0, obviously not good enough. Thoughts on that?
Lacklustre across the pitch. Lukaku, what is he doing, to be honest? He's a number 9, been brought in for the money he's been brought in. He can't hold the ball up. I've seen 10-year-old boys hold the ball up better than that, to be perfectly honest with you. What can be said about that?
Lukaku, though, he was poor today. Surprised him start over Alexis?
Yeah, I'd start Alexis over him. He's played better overall in the season. As I say, holds the ball up a bit better. Not much better, but a lot better than he would do. Alexis, when he was brought on today, a lot better than he has been. Holds the ball up, gets the ball. Pogba, I can see why he was brought off, to be perfectly honest. Couldn't hold the ball up, couldn't pass a ball, to be honest.
So you agree with the substitution?
I agree with the substitutions, yeah. Perfectly honest with you. I don't agree with taking Jesse and Mata off. I think they were the two who held the ball up well. 2 players who actually wanted to be on the pitch, work for the badge, play for the badge, actually pass for the ball.
Frustrating. How do we fix this?
I say we go Tuesday. Okay, we are where we are in the league, but we've got to keep going. Tuesday we get a win. We're in the Champions League knockout stages. We go from there, we build a season. We see what we do at the end of the season.
Is it all lying on the Champions League? Oh my God.
It's not all lying on the Champions League, but it's maybe a saviour in Mourinho's job. I can see if we win 1 trophy, then Mourinho will stay. I don't want it to be, but I can see it being if Mourinho wins a trophy this season, he'll stay, unfortunately.
Cheers, man.
How
you feeling after that?
Pretty upset. You know where I've travelled from, Adam.
Yeah.
You know, I come from Amsterdam. Don't let the accent fool you. But yeah, just really, really upset about what I came to see. I thought our defence was going to be an issue when I eventually got in. But our midfield was just terrible. And Pogba, I felt like I didn't even know who was playing. And then to see as well, Matic, well, we know how Matic has been playing, but then to get into a confrontation with Lingard, our own team, felt like they were turning on each other, and there's just no support from one another, no one talking.
See, I missed that. What? I missed that.
It was just obviously moving forward and who to defend, and they obviously didn't defend, and then they got into a confrontation about where they should be in position, and I just literally could not believe what I was watching. I have no words.
Where do you think all this performance and lackluster and we just look tired out there every week?
Yeah, I don't know. Look, everyone's been saying, from the board down to the coaches to the players, no one wants to play with one another. That's what I felt like I saw. And as a couple of the guys that were saying before, subbing the wrong people. Mata, Lingard. The only substitution I can say that did something was Sanchez. When he came on, we were attacking, we were moving forward, we were playing a lot better, a lot more speed, I believe. But we're just not clinical. We're not finishing.
Were you surprised then to see that? Because we've played with Alexis in the team in place of Lukaku and looked a little bit better recently.
Yeah.
Were you surprised to then see him revert back to Lukaku?
Yeah. Yes, I'm surprised because I thought we were going in a way forward. But I think, again, Mourinho wanted to see if this was going to be that trial and error. But I'd be keen to see on what happens on Tuesday night on who he's going to put up front.
Who would you put up front?
Oh, definitely Sanchez. Just from what I saw, just from what I witnessed, we need that speed. We need attacking. We need to move forward. And it's just not happening with Lukaku. And even though I don't like Fellaini, sorry, he did nothing. I thought, okay, his substitution would have done something. I don't know if the haircut impacted that, but he did nothing either. So I don't know.
You still behind Mourinho?
I'm not a supporter of Mourinho, but I can't even blame him for today. Normally I would be bashing on him, but again, I don't know where to start. I really don't. I'm really upset today.
Which shows where our problems lie, really. Thank you. Sam, 0-0, not good enough today, but how you feeling after that?
I didn't like it. It wasn't great, was it?
Matt, I shouldn't have got subs, did he?
Never sub Mata. Never. It doesn't matter if he's injured. Keep him on. I also thought, I got really excited and started screaming because I thought Rashford had won it, and it went wide. And then it's hard to pick out a lot to say apart from it wasn't the best, was it? I don't like to be that guy that's like, here's what was wrong and here's what was wrong, because I don't like that headspace. I thought that life was beautiful, and sometimes...
Until you turned up at Old Trafford today. Cheers, Sam. You agree with Sam?
Yeah. I can't United lucky today, because Palace were the better side. They were. I have to say that, because the better chances going forward, better creating chances. Zaha, probably better than
How
Lukaku.
concerning is that Wolves have come here, played better football than us, Derby, and now today Palace?
Very concerned. We're Manchester United, the richest club in the world, and we're performing like that. It's just not good enough. Simply not good
What
enough.
needs to change then?
I think I like Mourinho likes triers. Attitude, right? Lindelof was good today because he tried. Rashford came on, made those 2 tackles. The crowd went going. Mourinho likes the triers, and the boys who didn't try came off. Pogba didn't try. Doesn't look like he wants to play for United anymore. Looks like he wants to go. And same with a lot of players as well. Lukaku wasn't good enough. He wasn't. His touch isn't good. He's not up to speed. Alexis should have started in front of him, I think.
Cheers, man. Who's to blame after that hitter?
It's an absolute joke, mate. From top to bottom, this club is a mess, mate. I'm telling you. You know what? The only person I can see a little bit of positivity from that game is Victor Lindelof. You know what? We seem to have lost him through injury. From top to bottom, mate, Jesse Lingard showed a little bit of positivity in the first half. But we are an absolute joke, mate. If we can't beat Crystal Palace at home, I don't know where we stand as a club, mate. We'll go to Young Boys on Tuesday. What do we do?
Who's to blame?
I'll probably have to blame Jose, to be honest with you, because I just can't see what's going on with the club because he's the manager.
Zayan, what happened? Who's to blame?
Well, Mourinho's put out Pogba. Pogba's not been doing well. Pulls him off, puts Sanchez on, tries to create something. Don't have any creativity. All the crosses that we put in, straight to the keeper. And it's not like the keeper's 5'2". He's like, 6'6". He's going to catch him easily.
So who's to blame?
All of him.
Cheers, man.